counting on me. I got my sister counting on me. I got my son and my daughter counting on me. I got a world that gets up every morning and watches me.
Look, I hustle, cause I need food on my plate, and my mama need a high. And that high's gon' need a lake. It ain't up for debate. No, you real, you relate. I'm a sprint, you can pace. I'm a shine in your face with the flows I create. Make your soul levitate.
Hey, what's up, guys? Thanks for checking in again. So this is now the 8th week, 8 weeks out. So with that being said, I have 4 weeks left in the current training block. So in 4 weeks, I'll do a test. And then we'll probably, looks like, do something with just high intensity, low volume. Basically a bunch of conservative 1 rep maxes to kind of keep me ready for the 4 weeks lead it into the meet. So that's kind of how training is going. Some other couple side notes. So this weekend on Sunday, I posted a Instagram photo, as you can see, and I really post this photo for a couple reasons. One is a lot of people post photos of them like all ripped and shredded at a photo shoot and what have you, and say, be happy with your body. Well, I mean, yeah, that's pretty easy to say when you're looking really good, and it's a lot harder to say it when you're more of average. You're not stepping on stage, you're not prepped for a photo shoot, you're not all oiled up, and you're not all pumped, and got all these lights and all this fancy editing equipment. So I'm going to start doing that every Sunday. I will post the current progress photo, one from 4 weeks ago and one from 8 weeks ago and when I first started. Mainly because I want people to, just be happy with who you are and be you. I used to chase having abs for so long, and my happiness was like, oh my gosh, I have to have abs. My life is centered around abs, and I was pretty miserable for 2 to 3 or 4 years, 2 to 4, I don't know. But either way, the point is, chasing abs is not going to make you happier. And if you have abs, that's great. It shows that you put in a lot of dedication, hard work, but it doesn't make you any better than the person next to you just because you have abs. That's one of the main reasons behind making this channel was 2 things, was supplements and food/physique issues I had with how the industry is operated. So I know I'm a small channel. I know a lot of people don't watch it, but no matter what, I'm going to keep putting out this content because eventually it's going to break through and people are going to realize and wake up. So hopefully you guys can relate to that in some extent, and definitely please share this information with friends and family. I'd really appreciate it. So without further ado, let's jump into the progress photos and training footage from this week. So this was the second week of dieting, and I dropped about another pound. I actually look pretty good here. Weighed in with a weekly average of roughly around 185.7 was the weekly average, so it's down about 1.1 pounds. So everything's coming along really good, keeping me on track for weighing in at around 180 in 8 weeks. So my intake stayed the same with the 185 grams of protein, 295 carb, and 70 grams of fat. We're not going to change it because obviously I'm still dropping weight, so if it's not broke, don't fix it. So nutrition, not much else to be said, and on to the training footage, the best part of the clips. So up first we have squats, and this would be 5 reps at 275. These felt really smooth. I really started visualizing things. I watched a video by Josh Hancock, and I'll post a link right here about visualizing everything. Now I've treated everything as if it's like the meet. So I kind of treat everything as if someone's like, and James Hillegas for an opener of such and such pounds. So in my head, my opener is roughly we'll say 335. So I just pretend like this is, like I'm in the meet. So I visualize everything. I really recommend watching that video by Josh. That's really good. He's a really world-class lifter in the junior division. So I've really started to visualize everything. I mean, I feel like what the bar is going to feel like. I visualize the crowd, my family being there. And, that's one reason why I stand out and I look out into people when I squat is, 1, I can't look into the mirror. I feel like I get distracted. And then 2, also, that's not how it is at a meet. I don't stare at myself. I stare at the crowd. So I got to get used to people walking in front of me or moving in front of me and staring at one spot on the floor or on the wall that I pick at and I just stare at like my life depends on it. So that's what I've become accustomed to doing. Then bench, this was 4 at 190. These felt really good. Bench has really come a long way for me. I'm really happy with it. So real quick, I'm going to end this clip real quick and show you the raw clips of deadlifts, and then I'll tune at the end, give you something a little bit different. So here you go. Hey, what's up? So I hope you guys like that. I try to do something a little bit different, show you guys kind of how I get psyched up for deadlifts. So quick kind of thing, what I do when I do deadlifts is usually I do the same setup every time, whether it's 135 or 9,000 pounds. It's the same setup. The only hard part is I sort of torque the bar, I guess you call it. I create a moment, kind of bringing out my structural engineering words, but I create a moment so my weight brings the bar up automatically when it's lighter. Usually, right before I pull the bar off the ground, I pack my lats, try and pull as much slack out of the bar as I can without actually pulling the bar off the floor. My glutes are tight and my hamstrings are tight, and then I push the earth down rather than pull the bar up. It's sort of how I mentally am thinking about it. For me, I'm kind of a religious person. I am a Catholic, what have you. Not ashamed of it, but I envision myself as pushing Satan down into hell. That's just what I think about when the weight gets heavy, because usually I do rely a lot on God's strength to perform well in lifting, so I do envision as pushing Satan into hell. That's me. I am Catholic, and I'm a very strong believer in God, and that I can do all things through Him who gives me strength. So that's what I do. Anyway, real quick before I close, I'm going to post a link right here to Brett Gibbs' video. He is a world-class powerlifter in the 83 kilogram division. He set a world record with a total of 800.5 kilograms a couple days ago. He set the world record in squat and bench press, so I highly encourage you guys to watch him if you want to watch someone that has impeccable form and is a very, very good lifter, someone I hope to compete against one day, which leads into the transition that one day I would love to compete on the world stage and set world records, which is what I'm currently training to do. I love to squat 750, bench 500, and deadlift 800 pounds at 182 pounds, and total 2 grand, which is, I believe, I haven't actually done this math, it's almost probably close to 11 times body weight, in between 10 and 11 times body weight, which would be absolutely awesome. That's like my all-time goal in powerlifting. It's something I'm going to do. I'm going to do it, because I know I can do it, whether other people see that or not. And that kind of brings me to this, which is you're going to receive flack for doing your dreams. Like these videos, I will receive flack from and publishing the training summaries and what have you, but I'm just going to keep it honest with people. I'm not going to try to make it a bunch of foo-foo. I'm not going to publish videos of when I succeed. I will publish videos whether I succeed or fail. I show failures. I do not edit any of them out. The only thing I edit out in these videos are me walking up to the bar and me unracking the bar, because you don't need to see me walking around the gym, tightening my belt or putting on wrist wraps, getting chalk and what have you before I do the lift. So I don't edit anything out. There's no special effects done. This is all just a video camera on a jump box or sometimes on a foam roller, and that is it. There is nothing fancy, nothing else about it, just the raw clips to show you exactly what it takes to become a world-class lifter. So I basically started filming these from when I first started powerlifting in December of 2014, so it's been just under a year, probably like 8 months. I don't know, I didn't count, but just always, at the end of the day, it's you who has to have your dreams. A lot of people try and say, oh, you don't need your dreams, and they'll try to get you to stop chasing them. And the reality is, if you stop chasing your dream, it doesn't make the dream go away. It's still in your head. You'll still envision it or want it mentally. You're just lying to yourself, saying you don't want it. And I mean, that's one of the worst things you can do in life, is lie to yourself your whole life that you really don't want something when you really do. So I always encourage you, no matter what your dream is, I don't care how ridiculous it is, because, you know, I'm filming this video right now, and one day I hope to reach way more people than these videos actually reach. And, you know, it's ridiculously large dream. You know, I only have like 40-some subscribers, very little views, but one day these videos will become known around the world, and I will be a world-class lifter. And I'm saying that, and it is September 15th of 2015. So hopefully someone will watch this video in 5 years when I make it, and they'll believe that they can make it too. So I want to encourage you guys to keep laying the bricks to build your dreams, and God bless.